Hello and welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. As we continue to practice social distancing and following government guidelines, today I'll be highlighting an organization dedicated to granting children's wishes and enriching their lives with hope, strength, and joy. MakeAWish Arizona, a chapter of the Make-A-Wish organization, was established in 1980 since its first inspirational wish that came from 7-year-old Chris Gracious. MakeAWish Arizona has been granting many wishes with the goal of creating transformational and personal wishes for children, as well as their families and communities. I'm so excited to welcome Holly Costello, Vice President of Marketing and Public Relations for MakeAWish Arizona, to the show today. Thank you so much for being with us, Holly.
Thank you for having me.
First off, give a little bit of history on MakeAWish Arizona.
Absolutely. MakeAWish Arizona is actually the founding chapter of Make-A-Wish. It was 6 community members here in Arizona that wished to help a little boy, Chris. He was 7 and was diagnosed with leukemia, but he loved police officers and wished to be a police officer. And when they found out that Chris probably wasn't going to make it, they decided to create a day where he was a police officer. So they got him a uniform, a little motorized motorcycle. He went on a helicopter ride. Unfortunately, Chris died 4 days later. However, his memory lived on because his mother and all the people who had come together to create that day for him decided that they needed to do it for other children. So that's how Make-A-Wish was founded.
Now, Holly, this is a very interesting time for groups like yours. How have things changed for you all during COVID-19? Are you still granting wishes right now?
We are still granting wishes. We're obviously doing them within amazing safety protocols. We're very lucky. Our national office has worked with, CDC recommendations, WHO recommendations, as well as our current medical professionals that work with us on a regular basis to create a plan that allows us to grant wishes and to do so safely for our volunteers, for our wish kids, for their families, as well as for any of the vendors and supporters who help to make those wishes come true.
Now, Holly, of course, granting a wish is definitely a community effort. So how are you continuing to engage people in wish granting right now?
Well, we're very lucky. We have over 700 volunteers across the state. We're doing virtual visits with the families. We're doing online shopping sprees where we organize everything to be dropped at the families' homes. Definitely doing different wishes than what we had seen in the past. But we still believe that they are really connected to the child, customized and personalized for that child's needs. These wishes transform these kids' lives and everybody that's associated with it, our volunteers, the people who give, our supporters. And it just, it provides a hope right now when hope is so needed. We really believe hope is essential and a wish is essential for these children.
Thank you so much, Holly, for being with us today. And thank you for everything that you're doing for our community.
Thank you for having us.
I also want to give a special thanks to the Make-A-Wish staff, volunteers, and financial donors for being the pillar of hope for children's lives. I'll be right back with more on Doing More right after this. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. We're celebrating the wonderful works Make-A-Wish Arizona has been doing for children and families, from granting life-changing wishes to transformational experiences. Did you know that 89% of doctors, nurses, and health professionals shared that a wish that comes true empowers children and makes them fight harder against their illnesses? They also recognize that when wish kids are granted a wish, the experience improves the quality of life for them and their entire family. Now let's take a look at an event that shared hope by providing free computers and free internet.
Today we're here at Capitol Elementary School. We're here with State Farm and the Arizona Cardinals, as well as the school, Capitol Elementary. We're providing families with some computers, for their children that they have kindergarten to 12th grade. And Cox is helping families sign up for internet access at $9.95 a month.
One of our community partners that we've been working with for about the last 20 years has been Cox Communications, and that's usually around Christmas time. And Cox does a really wonderful holiday party for each kid, and they have a Christmas present for every kid. Once COVID-19 kind of happened, then Cox had reached out and said, hey, how can we be good community partners? They partnered with Arizona Cardinals and State Farm. Cox has 70 computers that they're donating to our school and for our families. And then the Arizona Cardinals and State Farm are going to pay for the internet for the year for the families. Since we don't know what the future is going to hold, whether we're going to be at school or whether it's going to be digital, this way we're helping our families to be able to bridge that digital divide.
Pues yo estoy feliz por ella porque le dieron la oportunidad de tener su computadora, pues no tenía. Y pues les ayuda a que también practiquen, pueden buscar cosas importantes. Y pues como ella no tenía, sí se me hace bonito que les den la oportunidad que tengan una.
State Farm has a very long history of philanthropic work in the area of education. That is one of our pillars within our philanthropic focus. We also have a really strong partnership with the Arizona Cardinals, various events throughout the year. And we felt that this was an amazing event to bring Cox in and ensuring that not only do they have good equipment in order to study and to do their schoolwork, but also have a good, strong internet connection so that they're more successful and they can access more information in order for the end result for them to be more successful.
I have two daughters. They both come here. And one is age 11, she's in the 5th grade, going on to the 6th grade, and the little one, she's 9, going on 3rd grade, going on to the 4th grade. This is gonna help them out by being able to log into their programs and access the work that they have to keep up with so they can, further their education.
And so to be able to reach out to an outstanding company like Cox Communications, the Arizona Cardinals, State Farm, to be able to have that partnership is just crucial.
We traveled to San Marcos, California to a teen wellness center whose mission is to empower those affected by abuse and neglect. Take a look.
Well, Casa de Amparo really is about instilling hope in children, really, and giving them a future that feels worth living to them. We provide housing and treatment for kids who otherwise would not have it and would likely end up homeless. Many of the children that we work with oftentimes have been run away and on the streets, and so our ability to provide those types of services for our local community and the mental health services that we offer is something that we feel only strengthens our local community here. We have 35 girls that live here on our campus at Costa Kids campus. When one of them struggles or destabilizes, sometimes our only option right now is to call the police. And so we really want to bypass these options that are not great. And so what our Teen Wellness Center will do is it will give us a really viable alternative that will also prevent a lot of the trauma that the kids experience when they have to go to juvenile hall. We're super excited to be building this and raising funds for it. We've started a capital campaign and we've raised a little over $3 million. We're shooting for $11 million. We've gotten a lot of local support with a real recognition that this type of program is so necessary here in San Diego County. These have been really tough times. Initially, when we learned about COVID, we really trying to figure out what to do was a real concern for us because our kids live here. So we can't just close up shop and send everybody home. And we had a lot of concern. We had staff who were concerned about themselves and their families. And we also had kids who were terrified that the staff wouldn't come in to take care of them. And so we've been able to bring in all of the PPE that we need and really work to make sure that we're giving all of our girls and our staff what they need. But it has been a journey, and I don't think it's over. I think we've got a lot more to go still. So anyone that sees this segment, the best thing that they could do is go to our website, casadeamparo.org, and there are a multitude of ways to help. Not only can they give monetarily, but in order to run an organization like this and in order to provide the services that we have a whole troop of volunteers. They provide services throughout the year through various special events and activities. And so all of that information is available to you on our website. We really have been so grateful to the community. We've seen the reach out. We've had local people coming and bringing food for our children, cooking dinners, doing all kinds of different things. And so, you know, in these kind of times, you sometimes see the best in people too, and we've had the opportunity to witness that here at Casa de Amparo.
One of the best ways you can support Casa de Amparo is by joining the Casa Kids Monthly Donor Club. By becoming a monthly member, you'll make a difference in the lives of children and families impacted by abuse and neglect. What a wonderful way of doing more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. Thank you for joining me. We've been sharing the wonderful works MakeAWish Arizona has been doing in the lives of children and their families. Did you know that MakeAWish Arizona has honored 6,500 wishes, and the average cost to grant a wish is around $10,000? We traveled to Tucson to visit the Boys and Girls Club of Tucson, where they celebrated the Youth of the Year program, a leadership event that recognizes outstanding teen leaders. The Youth of the Year candidates are selected by a panel of esteemed judges and awarded scholarships. Take a look.
Boys and Girls Clubs of Tucson presents the 2020 Youth of the Year celebration.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Tucson Youth of the Year program has become the premier leadership and recognition event for teen club members. This amazing program has a real impact on developing great futures for our incredible young people. Through an application and interview process, the Youth of the Year candidates are selected by a large local panel of esteemed community leaders. They are chosen based on their leadership qualities, service to the community, academic achievement, letters of recommendation, obstacles overcome, written essays, poise, and public speaking. Each year, our 6 clubhouses select 2 Youth of the Year winners as the boy and girl honoree from their respective individual clubhouses. Ultimately, one will be chosen to compete in the citywide competition. Additionally, one candidate each year is identified as our Mark Irvin Boys and Girls Club of Tucson Youth of the Year. Not only will they represent the Boys and Girls Club of Tucson locally, but also in the State of Arizona competition in Phoenix. Here are our Youth of the Year honorees and the Mark Irvin City of Tucson Youth of the Year.
Janice Hernandez Camacho, Frank and Edith Morton Clubhouse runner-up. And Erica Luna, Frank and Edith Morton Clubhouse Youth of the Year. From the Holmes Tuttle Clubhouse, Desiree Delgado, Youth of the Year. From the Jim and Vicky Click Clubhouse, the Youth of the Year is Medina Coleman, and the runner-up is Jasmine Angulo. From the Pascuayaki Clubhouse, the Youth of the Year is Melquides Betters. From the Roy Drockman Clubhouse, the Youth of the Year is Jessica Hermosillo. The runner-up is Danielle Trujillo. From the Steve DeRue Clubhouse, the runner-up for Youth of the Year is Freddie Tona. And the Mark Irvin City of Tucson Youth of the Year Award winner is Jasmier Roebuck from the Steve DeRue Clubhouse.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am someone who is able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult circumstances. I am the living proof of resilience. My name is Jasmier Roebuck, and I proudly represent the Steve DeRue Clubhouse. For many years, my show has steered me through life and forced me to mature much faster than others. Growing up, I felt abandonment and have dealt with traumatic events. Thankfully, I had a grandmother who taught me valuable lessons and took me in and cultivated and touched my life in ways that no other could. My club has motivated me to become a leader, an advocate for my peers. This is thanks to the Boys and Girls Clubs, through providing me with the fundamentals to become someone great. I am Jasmier Roebuck, your 2020 Mark Irvin City of Tucson Youth of the Year.
We want to congratulate Jasmier Roebuck for being recognized as the 2020 Mark Irvin City of Tucson Youth of the Year winner from the Steve DeRue Clubhouse. Jasmier, a senior at Tucson High School, has been a longtime member of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tucson and a member of the Steve DeRue Clubhouse for the last 3 years. Jasmine is on track to graduate with a 3.4 GPA and looks forward to attending Northern Arizona University in the fall of 2020 to pursue a career in criminal justice. Now let's take a look at an organization whose mission is to spread hope, healing, and a new beginning. An organization helping families who are struggling with homelessness, addiction, and trauma.
The purpose of the Phoenix Rescue Mission is to serve persons facing hunger, homelessness, addiction, and trauma. We take an approach that is about not just meeting people where they are and serving them in that space, but greeting them there and lifting them up, be it through counseling services or case management services that connect people to those things that really help them get out of the situations that they're stuck in. So really what we do is we're focusing on people who have been experiencing addictions to substances or to gambling or anything like that. And we're just making sure that we meet those people in those places and connect them to long-term solutions. The way that our work benefits the community is really in the services that we provide attack major social problems. Our addiction recovery program is focused on issues like the opioid epidemic that has gotten so much press over the years, and disconnection of mothers from their children, and those sorts of problems. Our food bank and food distribution services are benefiting the community in the areas of poverty and hunger. Our street outreach program is benefiting the community in the area of homelessness. So it's really that our services are tied to meeting major social problems that our communities are facing. The way we address the heat is with our Code Red campaign. It's obviously enormously hot in Phoenix. It's 108 degrees outside as we speak. And what we're doing is our homeless outreach program is going to unsheltered homeless individuals who are some of the most exposed to the heat elements, and taking cold water hygiene packs with sunscreen, water, granola bars, white t-shirts to them on the streets. We're trying to give them relief in that situation, but we're also trying to create a relationship with them so that we can help navigate them off the streets and get them away from those heat effects altogether. So we're meeting people where they are on the streets, we're giving out water to them, and we're helping to get them off the streets. If people want to get involved and they want to help out, again, they go to phoenixrescuemission.org. And there you'll find any number of ways that you can come alongside and support the mission. You can support by giving of time as a volunteer, giving of money as a donor, or just get in touch with us and we can find different ways for us to start to work together. But it starts at going to the website and clicking on ways to give. People need help. There's a few different ways. The easiest thing to do is go to www.phoenixrescuemission.org and click on the thing that says Get Help. If you're a homeless individual and you're out on the streets, you can find our phone number on the website or call 602-346-3361. And if you go to the website or you call that number, we've got people who will respond to anyone's need.
The Phoenix Rescue Mission is a Christ-centered leading provider with a vision of transforming lives and in return in hopes of transforming its city. What a great way of doing more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More. Well, in California, we visited a group of Cox Communications employees who decided to make a difference by getting involved in a virtual volunteer program that connects seniors during this time of social distancing.
I'm all alone. I'm a lone ranger.
I'm very sorry you don't have anybody to be with you, but I mean, hopefully this call helps.
All the things we used to do for the old people, and now you all are doing it for me.
Someday maybe I will be lucky enough that someone will pick up their phone and give me a call, make sure I'm okay.
You look great. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I love the earrings. I think in our first 2 minutes, we introduced each other, and I said, hey, this is Cynthia. I'm a volunteer. I'm calling just to make sure you're okay. I need some friends, and, with everything that's going on, it's feeling a little lonesome. She goes, oh, sweetie, that's all right. I'm by myself all the time now, and I appreciate the calls. I appreciate you. And I keep telling people at work how we started and how we built on our relationship, how I'm a part of the family now. I even talked to my brother.
That's right, I'm not the donor.
Cox has a purpose. It's all about bringing us closer, and that means bringing people together and celebrating the connections we have with each other. When you think about the world and what's going on today, there's never really been a better time to reach out and connect with the people in our lives.
You know something? Life's too short to be mad in your lifetime.
You know, that's a great attitude. You sound like you're good people.
I developed a friendship with somebody that I think needed to have a friendship, to have a friend, to talk with, and to look forward to the conversations and the phone calls.
I wrote right down to the hole. I couldn't believe it.
That's awesome.
There are people who are lonely like that, who really do need to have somebody not check in, but just to have a conversation.
Perfect strangers can become family members. You don't have to be blood related. And during all this bad stuff, you know, there's always a silver lining. Always something good comes out of something bad.
I've had an amazing time talking with you today. We're going to check in again tomorrow.
Like I said, I can't tell you how much this does help.
The relationship that is developed between Edith and I, it's more than I could have ever imagined. So glad we got time to talk together today, and this has been awesome for me. You know, you might meet your next best friend making this phone call one time a day, you know.
Everything that we do with Cox is about helping people find more moments of those meaningful connections.
You're easy to talk to, and I enjoy these conversations.
Well, it was great speaking with you again today. I look forward to our next call.
When we think about Cox, we think about ways that technology can bring people together. That's really what One Call a Day is all about, reaching out and being there for the people in our lives.
You know, I shared things with you that I haven't shared with anybody. I don't feel like I'm all alone anymore.
We have a brotherhood. I'm here, and you're not alone.
There's never really been a more important time for us to do that than today.
As we come to a close, remember there are still many children who are waiting for their wishes to be granted. The vision of MakeAWish Arizona is to grant the wish of every eligible child, but they can only do that with your support. A wish granted is much more than just a nice thing. It reaches and extends far beyond a single event or moment in time. It brings happiness and joy, transforming a child's life forever. Wishes need stars like you. Help make every wish come true. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.